like Faceless has the heroes to kind of punish jabs. That's gonna be good. Jabs staying under the tower. Roller bash coming through at jabs. Trades his life for the tower, and I'm not sure if that's worth it.
I don't know.
Sex, which is that this one's not surprising at all. Fairly common build. Bottom lane though, XY pops off a 2-man decay, trying to scare them away. Nobody's going anywhere just yet. Disruptors
They have to be
inside.
careful here. I think Faceless might actually just lose both their supports here if they stay.
Well, they do have the Chronosphere as a backup though. We're gonna see a jump in, blink, impale. Or sorry, Chronosphere, that's gonna be onto, well, a lot of people. The Demon's gonna fly out onto the Void that has already used Chrono. Disruption's gonna use defensively. Nana in a lot of trouble is gonna walk away. The Refraction's gonna be there. The lights are going on Nana. Press attack not gonna be enough to save him. Now the guild goes off the Invoker. Invoker is gonna lose the duel. And like you said, they are gonna get absolutely overrun on this tower. Nutt's gonna try to TP out. Is there any way to cancel that TP? No. He makes it out of there, but it's the 3-for-1 engagement. Faceless did get the highest network here on the map, but they did lose a lot in doing so.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that they went with that because they just didn't have the cooldowns necessary for that kind of defense, and it was very reliant on both of the cores TPing in at the same time. Kind of made them funnel in one by one. They very, very risky defense coming up from Faceless. Pay the price.
I thought the Chronosphere plus Sunstrike would have given the 5v4 advantage, but I kind of underestimated how tanky these WG heroes are.
The most important thing actually was that Nova disrupted Nana to dodge the Sunstrike.
Right.
So that's really delayed
I see.
like how long it took to kill off Nana, and that was like probably the most important thing in that team fight. Just delaying Nana's death and giving the time Warriors Gaming needed. Kill off everyone else.
Yeah, I was actually doubting Ben's item choices with the armlet first, saying that it's a bit greedy, but I think the armlet was pretty crucial in terms of getting the damage against the Invoker to necessarily get the kill. And because he did get the kill, now he's halfway to the Bloom Dagger, so his effectiveness in this game is going to be much, much higher than the usual LC.
Yeah, he actually got a lot of the ult. I mean, if you look at the CS, he's like pretty much there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's actually tied with the Invoker and the Void.
Pretty decent if you ask me.
his damn farm, then see Faceless or not Faceless.
Radiant's bottom tower
Black.
is under
He's got
attack.
that
There is little it can do.
Shadow Blade build queued up, and I think this is actually really good
Lane.
build for this.
Impale right out of invisibility, and right now Shadow Demon trying to get off that disruption. It's gonna fly through, dodging most of the spells. Now the gang's gonna go the other direction. Looks like it's gonna be fine.
They have to be careful here though. All of Warriors Gaming coming in.
Nana,
oh, they do get Nana.
And gets the soul rip, and now Doom walks right in there without the fire shredder. He's gonna be dead. Heals into a centaur stomp, and the right click will commence here. WG loses 3, will lose 4 with the glimpse back in.
This top tower
Well, Nana definitely overestimated survivability. This is very reminiscent of the first game that we saw today, where Faceless, not having the best game, and suddenly just wins a huge team fight.
I'm really shocked that that managed to happen. Like, I seriously believe that Warriors Gaming could have cut their losses there, but Nana, he turns around and I guess he was like very, very close to refraction. Not quite close.
A beast of a spell. Like, it's only level 2 right now, but it moves super hard.
Yeah, definitely. That, well, Faceless secured themselves another, like, pretty huge victory. That was, like, I think they definitely need it. But they just lost at the bottom.
Yep. And the Golgraph rapidly ascends himself. That was like a 4,000 net worth fight.
Time is money.
And XY, damn, he's got quite a bit of farm on this Undying.
Yep.
Finished his mech already, and he's working his way towards that pipe.
I think this is more of like a Hood and then back to Greaves.
Yeah, I actually think you're right.
But Pipe is going to be pretty decent this game, eventually, especially against the Ember Spirit.
Nana has a Deso finish. You saw from last team fight. Doesn't really mean too much if you're not able to hit anything.
What do you think about his decision of going Hurricane Pike here or Dragonlance instead of like straight BKB?
I think both are pretty necessary, but I would definitely say that BKB is just a better item overall, but it's also one of those items where you just don't want to get too early.
It's a risky buy. If you lose fights with it now, then the game could be
Radiant's
over.
middle tower is losing its foundation.
I guess this is still okay. You definitely want the BKB, but at the same time you are dealing with a Void.
Right.
Void's damage output isn't quite enough to just kill you by himself just yet.
What do you think about Black's build? He's been going the exact same build every time he plays Faceless Void, and I don't think this build is bad or anything. It's just that this build sorely lacks a Lincoln Sphere against what he's up against, and it's a bit awkward to kind of fit it in a little bit later on, because I think as a third or fourth item, you really want like big damage items.
I think it's actually okay, this build, or for this game. I think he only goes this build whenever there's Invoker on the team, because like he can basically pick off on his own, right? He can both ours in, find the pick off, Chrono, and then use that Sunstrike. I would have to assume that if he didn't have the Invoker, it would be a different story.
Right. So I guess what you're saying is he's not really too worried about what they're doing to him. He just wants to be able to do his own game plan. We'll see
And
whether
it's still great for him to help him position in these team fights. All right, we might see engagement here. Radiant make us scan out someone.
Creep is gonna scout a couple of people, gets eaten immediately. Link Impale does hit on the TA. Here comes Afu, but good spike's gonna keep it in place. No Static Storm just yet. And Tombstone is gonna get brought down. Static Storm has been used. A lot of these abilities kind of whiffing. And now it's gonna be up to WG to actually catch a couple of people if they can find them. Nuts very slowed down, blinking forward. Ember jumps back out, kind of afraid, maybe trying to bait out Chronosphere or something. Doom coming up from the top side, looking for the Doom. It's gonna fly out against Ice. He gets dumped. Inferno. Ooh, a lot of these Invoker abilities just doing absolutely nothing. And now the Sideblade doing a ton of work as well. Ben coming in on the right side, looking for a Doom. Will find one in the nuts. The Glimpse will kick him away, so they're gonna run to each other like lovers. now it's gonna be
Oh,
nuts
God.
going down. No, he pops the match, wants to be okay, but meanwhile, the rest of the team is still on the run. Black walking away, Nana finds him. I think the team fight is over. No, they still find one more. Invoker goes down as well. That was the longest chase. And it might not be over yet. Ice did eat the Doom to begin off, but will snipe one on the way out. Nicely done by Ice. So the end of the team fight is a 4-for-1 engage. But WG getting a big team fight victory, getting a tier 2 tower, and showing up the power of the mid team.
What a disastrous team fight for Faceless. They, like you said, they just whiffed all their spells. They used Static Storm, didn't accomplish anything to it. It seemed like they were just miscommunicating.
Yeah.
One person wanted to fight, the other person just wanted to run.
Tombstone was dropped like very early as well, which didn't help at all.
Top tower is under attack.
And then they, after whiffing every single spell, they tried to get away, but looks like Apu managed to doom the Nyx and force the entire Faceless team to commit to save him. I guess they
really
did,
hard
but
really hard to run away from like blink duel, blink traps, blink chains. Like there's so much chase on the side of WG. I think that's holds true for both teams, right? Both teams are very good at like holding their ground and fighting, not very good at running from the other team. Sunstrike set up for the kill, bang!